So perhaps you're in a position where you're really sick and tired of meeting the wrong kinds of guys. Perhaps you're going out and you're meeting guys, but none of them seem to be wanting to stick around. Or you're obsessing over one particular guy and he just can't commit. Now, imagine what life could be like if no matter what happened, you knew you were going to meet the right guy. And if you didn't meet the right guy, he was just going to be a learning experience which would help you meet the next guy who could actually be the one for you. So if you're in this position where you're not meeting the right guy and you do want to actually just, you know what, be done with the dating game, you know how it works, and that way you don't have to freak out anymore, you might have to have a new strategy. And the new strategy I really want to present to you today is just the idea of romantic abundance. You see, I have studied this. I have spent my life looking at this, and through my coaching, I have seen the difference between a woman who has men in her life and gets to choose the one that she likes versus the women who obsess about one particular guy, and then after a while what happens is he never commits to a date and they spend months chasing this one guy down and he's just not that into her. And that key is literally romantic abundance. That little thing I mentioned before. What happens is the woman who has her choice of men chooses the right one. The woman who doesn't have her choice of men chooses whatever she can get. And I'm not saying that that's what your position is, but this is what I found through my work. And what I want to do is I actually genuinely want to change this, because I don't think people should settle. I don't think people should just get the first thing that they want. And so many people I find are consistently going through this same cycle where they feel the pain, that they think that, oh, he's not right for me, but you know what, like, I'm not really seeing anyone else, so I'll just give it a go. So recently I published a program called The Hook Point, which is my little online program, which is just it's not too expensive. It's kind of for everyone who can't really afford coaching, but it's really designed to help you get this sense of romantic abundance, because if you can meet men anywhere, then you're going to meet the right guy somewhere. And that's the basic principle of it all. So I wanted to really run you through just the idea of just the mindsets of how to actually meet guys, but also more specifically, how to actually say hello, how to hold a conversation with a stranger you've never met. Because I know so many people who like resort to alcohol, things like that. But also, what I really wanted to do is how to get him to ask you out. And if he doesn't ask you out, then you kind of know how to do it and make him feel like he's kind of orchestrated, which, quick tip, that's what guys want to feel like. They kind of want to feel like they've done the whole thing, even though you might have orchestrated the entire ordeal. So in this video, I really wanted to discuss one of the ideas in this program, and that was the idea of being social. Now, it is incredibly important to increase your social life. I find through my coaching and all the people that I've worked with, that the number one reason why a lot of women are really obsessing about one guy and don't have that romantic abundance in their life is literally because their social life doesn't support it. Look at the difference between someone who goes out regularly versus someone who just sits at home and watches TV afterwards. The person who goes out regularly, I don't care if you're a man or woman in this case, the person who goes out regularly is going to meet a lot of guys. But more importantly, what I also care about is I understand that not everyone's lifestyle suits going out to like the nightclub and all that kind of stuff. I've done my phase, and now recently more than ever, especially since I'm working on the business, one of the things that I personally crave is just being at home kind of with some really close friends and just trying to play some games or things like that. This program that I wanted to create is not about going out into a club and meeting guys, but it is about meeting men everywhere. And if you want to do that, you kind of have to create a social life that supports that. This is a quick video, so I'm going to try and give you the best I can here. But if you are interested in more, the program is at the end of this video. But let's just quickly discuss something. If you want to meet one good guy, how many guys do you need to go on a date with? And if you want to go on a date with, say, maybe it's, for example, it's 10 guys, if you want to meet one good guy. And out of those 10 guys, then how many guys do you have to meet in your day-to-day life? So this is only the short version of the talk, which I do include in the hook point. But this whole concept, if you can get your head around it, if you can actually kind of understand that to meet one good person, you probably have to meet a fuck ton of just guys in general, will revolutionize the way you approach dating. Because more often than not, what happens is people have this whole Cinderella story idea that one day, no matter what happens, I'll just meet the guy. And This is what happens in high school, because in high school, we're around the same people, and then we obsess about the one guy, and maybe it works out or maybe it doesn't work out. But more specifically, after you leave high school and after you leave university, suddenly you're in this big wide world where the pool of selection of guys that you have isn't as romantic anymore. Suddenly the only pool of guys you might have might be the people in the workplace. Maybe your friends. But that tends to be it, right? If you then increase this amount of guys that you meet to when you go grocery shopping, when you go to the cafe, when you like literally are just walking down the street to go have drinks with your friends. Imagine what life could be like if all of a sudden every person you could see around you like could be a potential person, could be even a potential friend that could turn into something else. Next time you go out, what I want you to do is do me a favor, and this isn't even a big amount of homework. This is just something small, but when you go out into the city, or even if it's a daytime or nighttime, or literally just walking out the street, anything that's outside of your normal neighborhood, I want you to pay attention to just the sheer amount of people that walk by. And then also increase your awareness. So just, start small, be like, oh, there's a person there, there's a person there, but increase your awareness slowly to people that you might be interested in, people that look interesting, all that kind of stuff. You'll actually notice that there is an abundance of men around. There is abundance of just people around. Men, if you're watching this video, do the same exercise, because you'll notice all the women that are around as well. And it's actually it's not really a complex thing, but we get caught up in routines. And we get into this routine where we think it's normal to be a certain way. And then after a while, it doesn't serve us. So I don't think that any lifestyle is good or bad or worse or better than the other. But what's more important is just discovering what serves you. If your lifestyle doesn't give you a social life that then serves your love life, then maybe it's worth changing your lifestyle a bit to include a little bit more of a social life, which will then create more of a love life. Anyway, as a special introductory offer to this program, it is out now. I am giving away it as a discounted thing. You can get more in the description below or click somewhere here. But I'm also going to be giving one lucky person away, and I'll be announcing it after the period. So the beta of the program is until the 4th of November, and I will be giving away one lucky person, because when you sign up, I have your email address. I'll be contacting you directly. Free 1 month's coaching with me, where you get to work with me directly, and I'll be pretty much just implanting my brain in your head so we can work out your love life, figure out what you want to achieve, and then kind of take it from there. But you know what, that's more information in the description, and I hope you got something out of this video. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like. If you didn't like this video, make sure to also leave a like, and make sure to subscribe for life and love and how the two come together. All right, see you later.